Imagine waking up to discover someone just bought your entire life's work, your diary, your childhood, your art, and you found out the same way everyone else did, scrolling through the news. That is not a hypothetical. That is exactly what happened to Taylor Swift in June 2019. And what she did next is one of the most calculated power moves in music history. Paper trail, power players, and all the moves most people missed. In 2005, Taylor Swift signed her first record deal with Big Machine Records, handing over ownership of the masters to her first 6 studio albums. She was 15. Most of us at 15 were worried about algebra. Taylor was signing away rights to a catalog worth hundreds of millions. When her contract came up for renewal, she was allegedly offered 1 album back for every new one she delivered. That's not a deal. That's a treadmill. She saw it for exactly what it was. After leaving Big Machine, Taylor signed with Republic Records in 2018. In her announcement post, she noted she'd own all master recordings she made going forward. That line wasn't gratitude. That was a shot across the bow. Then the other shoe dropped. In June 2019, Scooter Braun purchased Big Machine from Scott Borchetta for $330 million. Swift's first 6 albums transferred with it. Taylor learned about the deal when it was announced to the world. Buried in the fine print, her father owned roughly 4% of Big Machine. Braun bought him out too, without a heads up. Her own dad's shares, sold. Most people remember the Tumblr call-out. What you probably missed was what happened in the back rooms after. Swift attempted to negotiate. Braun allegedly offered to sell her the masters back, but only if she signed an ironclad NDA requiring her to speak positively about him throughout the process. She refused. He would never even quote her team a price. These recordings were not for sale to her. So when the door was slammed in her face, she built a new one. On August 21, 2019, Taylor previewed her plan on CBS Sunday Morning. The very next day, on Good Morning America, she announced her strategy: re-record everything, own the new versions, make the originals commercially irrelevant. Kelly Clarkson had suggested it first. Simple advice, billion-dollar execution. Then came plot twist 2. In October 2020, Braun sold the masters to Shamrock Holdings for a reported $405 million. Taylor called it, "the second time my music had been sold without my knowledge." Shamrock's letter revealed they'd wanted to contact her before the sale, but Braun had contractually required they make no contact with her or her team, or the deal was off. He literally blocked them from telling her. At that point, Taylor had every reason to quit. Instead, she went to the studio. On April 9, 2021, she dropped Fearless, topping the Billboard 200 for 2 weeks. Red followed with the 10-minute All Too Well hitting number 1 on the Hot 100. Then Speak Now, then 1989. All 4 re-recorded albums reached number 1 in Australia, Canada, Ireland, New Zealand, the UK, and the US. She didn't just re-record her albums. She turned each one into a cultural event, and while that was happening, she was engineering the biggest financial weapon of all. The Eras Tour became the highest-grossing tour in history, the first to surpass both $1 billion and $2 billion in revenue, finishing at over $2 billion across more than 10 million tickets sold. That tour wasn't a victory lap. It was the war chest. By the time Taylor sat back down to negotiate, she was a billionaire with leverage that hadn't existed in 2019. On May 30th, 2025, Swift announced she had purchased the masters of her first 6 albums, along with videos, concert films, art, photography, and unreleased content, after Shamrock offered fairer terms. Purchase price? Approximately $360 million everything. All of it. Hers. Scooter Braun's response? "I am happy for Taylor." Sure, Scooter. Here's the bottom line. This was a masterclass in patience, strategy, and knowing exactly when to go public and when to go quiet. Taylor Swift turned a legal nightmare into a cultural revolution, re-recorded 4 number 1 albums, built the most lucrative tour in history, and used that power to buy back what was hers all along. The paper trail doesn't lie. If this had your jaw on the floor, subscribe, because we're just getting started. Drop a comment. Who do you think pulls off a reclamation like this next?